Welcome to the Slade Ham Experiment. I'm your host, Slade Ham, El Midnight Spaceshippo, is I believe how it's said in the Duolingo. I toast to you, all of you here. I have good news. Can I announce this? Am I allowed? Can I say this? I don't know. April 2nd. No one knows this yet. April 2nd, YouTube, this channel right here. My brand new special, Signal Noise. It's out. It's done. It's coming. You got it. So if you're subbed, you'll be here. There'll be a premiere. We'll do it that night. I believe it's a Tuesday, 7 p.m. And then it will be free to view as you wish from there forward. I'm going to show you the intro because I think I can do this. I think I can do whatever I want. We shot a really cool ass intro for this. So there's no stand-up in this, but this is just what the film, this is how it starts. Before I play it, my caveat is this. I'm going to want your help as we push this out there, as we shove this boat off dry dock and into the river. I'm going to want some help. So if you want to, in the comments, send me a message, do what you got to do. We got a Discord channel. There's a little link down there. Join us. There's a conversation going on, and I want your ideas. This is the opening sequence to Signal Noise. I'll be right back. So April 2nd, yeah, we're doing it. I'm excited. Thank you to all of you who have been part of the process. Now, just around a year, a little less than a year since we first started talking about raising the money, and now it's done and it's coming out. I'm excited. So to you, and one more little quick pro tip: if you're still boiling water like a savage in a pot or an old school tea kettle, up your game. This is the most game-changing thing in my whole life is this electric kettle I've been working with for the last week. It's the single most soul-fulfilling piece of machinery. Something that small shouldn't make that much of a difference. But the speed at which it boils water. You know they say a watch pot never boils? I'm still scratching this stupid poison ivy. It actually does when it's an electric kettle. You can watch it boil. The temperature, tick, 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 tick. It's so much more satisfying to know your water is exactly 212 degrees, that when you make your coffee, it's going to be, it's consistent, it's fast. You don't think something like that would make your soul that happy? Because younger you wouldn't have given a shit about this. Younger you didn't care about the creature comforts of life. Younger you would never have appreciated an electric kettle, much less an electric blanket or a heating pad or some of the other things that just make laying a plush blanket. I don't know the younger me appreciate it. You know, every Christmas, every holiday, someone wants to give you someone. If you don't know someone really well and you're somehow forced to give them a gift, a soft blanket is never a bad. Nobody's ever been like, I got too many soft blankets. I wish I was less comfortable. The unwillingness to put a heated surface. Why has no one made a heated couch? Why are there no heated couches? Why is it if I want to look up heated couch right now, I bet the only thing there is, you know what I bet they got? I bet there's heated, like those like the movie theater recliners, the rumble seats, the one, they probably got massages and footrests and lockers underneath for your stuff and 9 Yeti cup holders and a remote control desk and a laptop one of those. I don't need all that. You know what a couch needs? A warm surface. You ever just laid like a massage table heating pad or a heating blanket or something on your couch and then just gone and laid on it and let that warm, soft blissfulness just wrap you up like a cuddling angel? Young versions of us didn't appreciate any of that. I took my coffee when I was young like a savage. Give straight from the gas station. Give me that midnight swill that Donna behind the counter made around 3 a.m. But it's 6 now. We got to empty the pot before we make a new one. So I just give it to me. I'm on my way to the radio station, chugging that 6 a.m. Steaming hot, soft, weak, miserable coffee. I didn't care. Now I'm an uppity mofo. Look at me with my specially warmed water. Get a kettle. It'll change your life. I don't know why I'm ranting about kettles. I always know. Sometimes I'll listen back to these to like, where was that idea I was playing with? Let me go back and find it. And then I'll listen. Sometimes I can tell like I'm just rambling because I don't want to talk about the thing that I want to talk about, right? That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at with this episode. There's like the thing that's rattling around in my head that I want to, and then there's the stuff on the paper that I feel like I should get to. Tea kettles were neither of those. I am interneted out before I get to, there's one thing I want to talk about, this Indian wedding, but before I get there, I'm at a crossroads with the special coming out, how I'm going to play the social media game. And, I'm in it, but I'm doing it with guardrails and parameters in place. Because the one thing I've noticed, this is something interesting, the collision of, I say this all the time, most things of import exist at the collision point between two different lines on a graph, right? The overlap of circles. So right now, with social media and influencer culture and content creation, you have that line, right? As a career, as a thing to do, as a pursuit. And it's on its way along the graph. And there's also this line of artificial intelligence, AI, that's headed kind of the same direction. But these lines aren't parallel, which means that at some point they will converge. And I think we're living in part of the convergence zone. Which, what does that mean? Well, it means that you're seeing a lot of people who otherwise would be deep thinkers, people who usually spend a lot of time on a subject and explore it deeply, right? People I'm usually fascinated by, people who write books about things that, study them with depth. These people are now having to play a social media game. What I was complaining about a year ago, 2 years ago, about trying to cram my long form game into short form is now exactly what I was talking about, shoved its head into every other industry. You can find podcast hosts and scientists and athletes and just people who pour concrete in driveways, people who paint houses, people who sheetrock, people who do blue collar work and do it well. They all got to play this game. And AI's made it simple because you can go to stuff like Opus AI and you can go to some of these programs and these apps and these interfaces that make the work simple. Do you know I can just upload a 30-minute video and it will spit out 15 clips from this show? As soon as I'm done recording, I can upload this video. I'm going to get 15 clips back if I so choose. And not just 15 clips. They're going to be edited. They're going to have the ums and ahs taken out. They're going to have the pauses taken out. They're going to jump cut properly. They're going to auto cut in places. They're going to be subtitled in a way that the words bounce. It's going to do all that stuff. And it's going to do it just a little wrong because it's dumb, because it's AI. Some of the words, that's why when you're thumbing through, you'll see these thumbnails or these subtitles with the misspellings or the wrong words, because no one's proofing it, because it's become this volume game, this low quality volume game. And when you're seeing the smart people doing it, when you're seeing the big people, the intelligent thinkers, the ones who fucking know better do it, that's when you know we're in trouble, and that's what makes me back up a little more. So we shall see how this game goes. You shouldn't need to be, not everybody needs to be in everybody's ear every day, right? George R.R. Martin, that dude writes a book every 10 years. What does he need you for the other 8 years in the middle? Why you gotta see him walking his dog and cooking his artichokes or whatever it is? People, let these people live. Let them write these books. I haven't looked at his social media profile, but let me find out that the reason he never finished Game of Thrones was because he was busy making Instagram reels. I will push that fisherman off the dock. So, tread as you will. Discord page if you want to help me spread my own brand of propaganda with the special. It's happening April 2nd. I'm going to want all the help I can get. See how I keep saying it. What else is good? Two things. One of these things isn't good. This is the one I want to get to. Before that, I want to give a slight head nod to bananas, keeping inflation down since 2004. The average price of bananas, do you know this, has not risen above 80 cents per pound in the last 2 decades, since 2004. This is IMF data, right? I assume it's accurate. They calculated that at the current inflation rate, it would take 210 years for the price of bananas to hit $10 a pound. Wow. Huge plantations with good growing conditions, low labor costs. That's all probably factored into it. I would also bet the fact that bananas die almost the moment they become bananas. How long does a banana last? 6 minutes before it's a shriveled up piece of banana bread? That's why bananas are so cheap. You can negotiate. They devalue like Venezuelan dollars or Zimbabwe dollars. Remember that? Zimbabwe, when the currency was falling so fast, people would pay for their dinner before they ate it, because if they got the check afterwards, it was likely to be like 50% higher than it would have been just an hour earlier. That's how bananas age. Bananas age like Asian people. Like, they don't age at all until they're just 114. That's what bananas do. The yellow, yellow, yellow. What the fuck happened to my banana? You ever say something out loud and then realize it in the backside, then you're like, I should edit this, and then you're like, that's not what I meant, so fuck it, leave it anyway. Here's my point. Let's go to this story. You ever think about how different we are from other people? Like, I think about how my life is what I know, what I focus on, what I pay attention to. I know there's a lot of other options. There's people out there living totally different lives than mine. I try to empathize with these people. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. I need money. No, I need money. I have money, but like I need to continuously make money. I'm working class, right? I'm not set. I think about how millionaires live. Then, you ever think about how billionaires live? The heir of this billionaire in India. The young man's name, Anant Ambani. Oh, and if you see him, it's clearly money. Oh my Christ. The parties that they're going to pay for, and this poor guy, the father of this man, Mukesh Ambani, the billionaire, he's worth $116 billion. And he is about to spend $100 million on a wedding. Think about, this isn't me throwing stones at the rich, eat them, whatever. I don't care. But you ever think about like how different your whole existence would be if you just had like $100,000? I don't mean like a lottery win where you're not prepped for it, but I mean where you thought it through. Where you're like, man, if I just applied this here, here, and here, my life would be drastically different. $1 million, whatever. You think of $100 million. You look at the guest list, and you see that people like Mark Zuckerberg and Hillary Clinton and Bill Gates will be there. You have somehow motivated the most powerful people in the world to show up to your dumb dance party for your fat son, your $100 million dumb wedding for 3 days. The wedding's not even until July. For 3 days, these people will show up. One of the days they go to the Ambani's animal rescue. One of the days they'll be surrounded by elephants, reptiles, and big cats. They got a 9-page dress code. Good God. And a cocktail party. This fat, chubby, homely. Oh, he's got to have a good personality. Oh, my God. I don't mean to be so insensitive over someone's looks, but this guy is he is probably so sweet. Rihanna is going to play the reception, I guess. That's, who you hire when you got $116 billion in a homely looking son. You think that's a lot of money. You say to yourself, well, how could anyone drop $100 million on a wedding? But I've said this before, it's relative, right? It's all based on what you got. If you got $116 billion, what's $100 million of that? 1/1000th? That's like if you had, let's pick a number you might have. Say you got $10,000 to your whole name. That's what you got. And I go, hey, man, for $10, you can throw a wedding that'll invite all the most powerful people in the world, and they'll show up, and your fat, homely son can go play with elephants and marry a hot girl. Of course, $10 out of your 10,000, it doesn't even blip your radar. It's 0.001 or 0.0001. I'm not smart enough to do the fractions with decimals, but you get what I'm saying. It's such a tiny percentage of what this knuckleheaded clown has. And I think they're doing some good, I'm sure. He just paid for his daughter's wedding in 2018, so he's probably reeling from that $100 million. They went and hired Beyonce for that these are insane. I would stop having children if I knew that. Do you know that I think, what are the stats? Do I have this in here? The Indian families spend an exorbitant amount. It's like 20% of their lifetime earnings or something. Am I making this up? I should have looked at this. This isn't from an article I read. This is from a conversation I've had with friends of mine who, I think it's like 10 or 20% of your lifetime earnings you put towards your wedding festivities, and you have to hire an elephant. Like, you got to rent an elephant. I know these friends of mine had to rent. I guess they flew an elephant to Mexico or rented it in Mexico. I don't know if there's Indian elephants just kicking it in Mexico. I don't know how many Indian weddings you have to make it worthwhile to keep an on-site elephant. These aren't problems I have because I don't have $116 billion. But man, the pageantry. That would be a straight up deterrent. I'm going to be honest with you. If I was in a relation, if I met an Indian girl and we had a really solid relationship and everything was good and I was considering marriage And then I found out that to marry you, I was going to have to spend like, I don't know, $1 million on whatever this was going to be. I mean, really, the only thing we have to discuss is where you want me to have the Uber drop you off so you can start your new life without me. Because that's a complete deterrent to have to put that much effort onto the marriage. I can't. I already got strong feelings. All right. Anyway, this is me ranting, raving extraordinaire. That's a lot of money. I hope it works out for this pudgy dude. He looks like he's never, every picture looks like he's surprised. He looks like he took some of these pictures at a mall kiosk and every one of them went off a millisecond before he was ready. She is Radhika Merchant. Who are you? I assume that this is arranged. Am I incorrect in my assumption here? I don't know enough about things to guess, so I will look her up. What makes Radhika Merchant? Okay, we'll figure out who she is at a different time. She's really. She looks like she has stature. She looks like she's been in an intelligent circle of people and can hold herself and with composure. And he looks like he would lose your keys parking your car. Good luck to the future Ambanis. I hope I'm never invited to a party such as that. I wouldn't know what to get. I would show up with a brand new tea kettle. That's what I would get you. Tell you it'll change your life. And then you can tell me how I didn't spend enough money or something. Stay tuned. The special's coming up April 2nd. There will be a trailer. There will be some teasers. There will be stuff to participate in. Mainly, though, if you're subbed here, you're going to get a notification. You're going to be able to watch it alongside me. We're going to do some Reddit plugs. We're going to do some social media stuff. There's plenty of places for you to get involved. Sign up for the newsletter. That is the easiest way to know all things me. The Discord is a fun place, and then in the comments as well. I appreciate you guys tuning in each and every week. Things are likely to get just better and better from here. I am excited about what is in front of us. Dates coming up in April. You can catch me and Jerry Wayne Longmire. April 10th, we're going to be at the Tulsa Looney Bin together. One night only, one show only. It's a very special event. Stop by for that. And you can also catch me, I think, the 4th, 5th, and 6th in Louisville, Kentucky. So all sorts of things in April. My special coming out, shows in Louisville at the Comedy Caravan, and then me and Jerry Wayne Longmire at the Tulsa Looney Bin. Those dates, all on my website, sladeham.com. I appreciate you hanging me out. Thanks for taking a first look at my special. Hanging out with me. Whatever. I'm tired. It's late. I should get off of here. I'm going to go park this spaceship. You guys have a great time wherever this finds you.